What's up? I'm Daytwan Blaze. The show is The Marionetta, and the segment is Marvel Minute, where I take something Marvel related and try to condense it into 60 seconds, which has never happened. But today, I'm going to be talking to you about Freeform's 2018 trailer for Cloak and Dagger. Now, Cloak and Dagger actually appeared in a Spider-Man issue in the spring of 1982, in issue Spectacular Spider-Man 64, and that issue debuted them as a duo. They were so popular that the following year, they actually got their own comic, October 1st, for the issue of Cloak and Dagger. Now, I wasn't a big fan of the comic. It came out during the Say No to Drugs era, and the characters just seemed a little carbon copied for me, so I wasn't really interested in them. But I am very excited about this trailer for this show, because there's some subtle differences. Now, with Tyrone Johnson, he's an inner city kid with a typical bad story. He saw some bad stuff. He's not a bad kid. He has the ability to make some bad decisions, like rob Dagger at one point in time. He doesn't, and then ends up being her closest friend and her confidant, and then let her lover. Now, Tandy Bowen, which is Dagger, is a Midwestern girl, daughter of a socialite slash model who's down on her luck from the trailer, who runs away to get away from her problems, goes to the inner city, bumps into a Ty, and she's so, out of her element and so naive that he takes her in and looks after her. Now, the two of them get recruited for a social experiment of some kind in the comics, and in the comics, they actually get given a synthetic heroin, which ends up making them sick and giving them their superpowers. Ultimately, I think that's going to change in Freeform's version. In Freeform's version, it looks like they're going to be maybe getting their powers from chemicals from a oil spill by the company Roxxon. What's Roxxon? Roxxon is actually a company that may be the big bad of the series. Roxxon is a company in the Marvel Universe, kind of like Acme for the Looney Tunes. It's in everything and everywhere. In the movies, look in the background. It's on a car when it flips over in Iron Man 2, I believe. It's on the tail of the car as it crashes. Someone else in a different movie stops at a Roxxon gas station. There's Roxxon advertisements in the background. So it's definitely planted in both universe, whether it's the MCU on TV or in the movies. Roxxon's there, and it looks like Roxxon's going to be a problem. Now, the other big bad could be the police officer, or that could just be a barrier. He could be there to give the villains give our heroes a hard time, and maybe just be a barrier between them and getting the job done. It could take that route. He also may be a useful tool for getting them information for future cases and future things in the future once they gain his trust. Or it could be Negative. Negative was a guy from the comics that really put it to Cloak and Dagger and gave them a lot of problems. We can also see him in the universe as a big bad, or in this universe as a big bad. We don't know. There may not be very many crossovers because the series seems to be set in Louisiana, in New Orleans, and not in New York with the Defenders. Let's be for real. With Spider-Man swinging through around the city in the movies and the Defenders running around New York tearing up stuff, there's not a whole lot of room for additional couples to be fighting crime. So they may be basing this out of New Orleans, which I think is a fantastic thing to do. I think it's going to be awesome. The series looks awesome. I love the song Mansionaire is Easier in the trailer. That's a dope, really good sound for this, and it matches up really well. I'm hoping there's going to be more gritty, more sultry, less Daredevil, more Daredevil and less like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I really didn't like that aspect of it. I don't know what else I can squeeze into this shortened time frame. I know I didn't make my 60 seconds, but like, subscribe, comment, $10 Amazon gift card for the person with the wittiest comment, I think. And I appreciate you guys for watching. Again, I'm Daytwan Blaze. The show is The Marionetta. You guys take care.